everybody. I'll give it a few seconds here. I know I'm a little bit early and I know there's a few people that wanted to come watch. So I was gonna do an unboxing of this month's Paper Pumpkin kit, but I got too excited and took it all apart already. So I'm gonna be showing it to you. It won't be a kind of live unboxing though, because it's already out of the box. If you're not watching this on your phone and you want to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, point your phone at the QR code and it will take you to subscribe. You want to subscribe before March 10th. This is the flyer that we got in the kit this month. So everyone is going to get an extra stamp set. So every kit comes with one stamp set. That's kind of a smaller stamp set, but this month we know we're going to be getting an extra stamp set, so it's going to come with two, and the stamp set is going to be bigger. So they've done this in the past before, and they were awesome stamp sets. So you have to subscribe before March 10th to get that. This is kind of the preview we got, some of these kind of polka dots, some of the colors, and apparently the 8 full-sized cards that are in there are going to have a pop element to them. So I am guessing it's going to be pop-up cards. We don't know though. It's going to be a surprise. So that's next month's kit preview. Now I always order an extra kit, and I did this month too. My extra kit's already spoken for, but we also know that these are going to be available, the refill kit. So this is this month's kit. You can see there's 9 full-sized cards. I think they're full-sized cards. Yeah, in there. With kind of those succulent pictures in there. Really cute. Came with, of course, the stamp set, a bunch of different sayings. You'll see some of them. And then the Fresh Fig ink spot. I'm going to put this aside because I'm actually going to use my full-sized ink pad like I always do. And then I keep this for other things. What I'm going to do this month, because we know the refill kits are available, if you missed out on this and you want this kit, subscribe through me, then you can order the refill kit and I'll send you my stamp set and my ink so that you'll have kind of the whole kit. I only have one of these, so kind of whoever does it first is going to get it. But that's an option if you really want this kit and missed out on it. Alright, I do have an extra few things. So I mentioned my full-sized ink pad that I've got. These are some of the tools that I like to bring out when I'm working on Paper Pumpkin as well. The Take Your Pick tool is really great for picking up little pieces and embellishments. Scissors are kind of the only one that's a must. I like our little paper snips because they're compact, they fit in, and are really just good scissors. A bone folder is handy to have as well. I'm a little obsessive about folding the creases on my cards. So that really helps. I'm not crazy about the little adhesive dots you have, so I do use a snail most of the time. You can do it with adhesive dots in there, but you don't have to. And then a clear block, and this is the D size. So in your first kit, you'll get a clear block. I don't know where my Paper Pumpkin one is. They're a little bit thinner than the full-size one, so I just have my full-size one. But the D blocks are great because they always fit the Paper Pumpkin stamps, so it's a really good size to use with Paper Pumpkin. All right, let's unpack this and just say hi if you're watching. I'm kind of in an awkward position to see the comments, but hopefully I will see them and we can chat while I'm doing this. Okay, so we've got our instruction sheet. Want to hang on to that. Don't need the cardboard, and then all our bits and pieces here. I'm going to put all my tools and stuff aside. Now I always like to do my stamping first. So let's figure out, maybe check with the instructions what we have to stamp. Stamp the tags and background pieces. Okay. So let's see what we have here. We've got all our envelopes. We'll stamp those later. Some vellum pieces. There's 3 of them. So I'm assuming I'm going to need 1. 3 of those gray pieces. Oh, and these are the background pieces. So like I said, these are actually like photographs of succulents. They're really cute. So I'm just going to save kind of 1 of each. And then the card bases. There's 3 different ones, so I guess I need 1 of each. Oh, there's my banners and pieces. Oh, it looks like we've even got an extra sheet. Okay. So now, what do I want to stamp? I'm going to stamp Life is Tough, but so are you, which is a really cute saying. I like that. and I'm going to stamp that on one of the banners. If the block is too small, you can always turn it on a diagonal, especially for these sayings. That really helps sometimes. And I'm going to stamp that onto here. Yeah, it looks like I got a full extra sheet of all those banners, which is really nice. I'm sure I can use those for something. I'm just following the instructions like how they're printed here, by the way, in case you're wondering what I'm going off of. And then we'll do thank you onto this banner. Ooh, my ink pad needs re-inking, I think. And then you, we can say, can do incredible things, are wonderful, or beautiful. I'm going to go with are wonderful, just because I can. And where does that go? Oh, that goes on that banner. Wonderful. Perfect. Alrighty. Oh, and then we've got these little designs that we're stamping on the card, these pieces as well. So, pop all these out. Got that. One of that. One of that. One of each, right? One of each. Makes sense. Okay. There we go. Alright, I can put this aside. And then I've got the little check marks and the little row of flowers. This is one of my favorite ways. If I've got multiple kind of smaller stamps, I just put them on the opposite sides of the block. And they're both mounted, but they're not getting in each other's way. I'm going to stamp this just there, and then I'll put the sentiment above where I want this one. You know what? I'm going to put this on here so that I can see where I want it. Alrighty, I think that's all my stamping done. So I can put my ink away before I put my elbows in. Hey, Emmanuel! Okay, so I've got those pieces. Let's see. Stamp my tags and background pieces. Okay, now we're actually layering. So we're going to put the labels over there, and we're layering our panels. My nails, and now I can't pick anything up. This is where, you know what, I'm going to fold these so they don't take quite as much room. This is where I use my bone folder. Because what I find is if I don't use a bone folder, this crease just doesn't hold. And what you'll get is, like, you can go like that, but then your card kind of flops open like that. Whereas if you have a nice crease, it stays closed. And it does help it stand better as well. You can use the side of your clear block for this as well. I've done that before when I don't have my bone folder with me. Okay, so how are we layering these? This just goes on there. This goes on the gray and on there, and then this goes on the vellum and on there. Okay. And I think I'm just layering them. It says with the adhesive dots. This is where I really like to use my snail, though. I'm sorry, I'm cheating. But that's my prerogative. I'm just going to go with it. Oh, I'm making a mess here. Okay, and then which way do I want this? That one's really easy to line up because you've got those stripes. It's easy to get it straight, which is always a bonus. And this one's gonna go onto the vellum. This is really thick vellum, I like it. And then making sure with vellum, because whatever you're using to glue vellum will show through. So I'm just making sure that I'm putting it where it's already covered up. So I'm not going right out to the edge with the vellum. There we go. And our next one here, we're just going to layer onto that gray. And then this is going to go onto the card. Alrighty, so we've got all of our panels layered up. Now we're going to layer our tags. So the tags, this one doesn't get layered. That one will just get glued on. This one gets layered with this and this, and this one gets layered with that. So again, we could use the adhesive dots for this. I'm just going to save those for another day and use my snail. It's a little bit quicker, but you have to have a snail. Now this one actually goes just along the bottom of this. Let's see. Yes, that just goes along the bottom, like that. And then this one goes along the bottom of this one. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so how much of each baker's twine do we need? So we've got white and black baker's twine in here. We've got 12 inches that I need for the white for the thank you card. Oh, that's this one here. Okay. And then I need 12 inches of the black and then 18 inches of the black. So the 12 inches, these are for making the little bows, and then the 18 is going to be to wrap around. So I'm going to show you how I do my bows in a second. I'll do the wrap around first. I like that they include this ruler to measure because not everybody has grid paper, and it's super handy to have that. This is where I will use my adhesive dots. So I'm going to pull these out to show you how I use these. Which one gets the wrap around? This one gets the wrap around. We'll do this first. Okay, so we're going to put that in here, and then we're going to wrap this around. Where do I want my bow? My bow is going to be over here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my scissors. You can use your take your pick tool too, but I'll show you with the scissors. I'm going to put a glue dot right where I want that bow. And I'm going to take that paper off. And now, I don't know if you can see this, but I've got a glue dot there. So when I tie that first layer of my bow, it's actually going to stick right there. Then I don't have to worry about this loosening, and I can spend my time making my bow exactly how I want it. If you're not very good at tying bows, which again, a lot of people aren't, there's some great videos out there and some great little tricks. One of my favorites is don't tie a bow, just do a knot. It still looks great, and what you can do is just trim the ends to however long you want it. So I'm going to leave these reasonably long here. Oops. Alrighty, there's my bow. And it's stuck on there, so it's not going to move on me, which I really like. Now, where did I put my little banner for that? There it is. Now we're going to adhere the label to it with dimensionals. Now, some people had problems with dimensionals in last month's kit, and some people are having problems with them in this month's kit as well. If you get a kit with defective dimensionals, let me know or let Stampin' Up! Know, and they will replace them, no charge. They totally recognize it's a manufacturing defect from their supplier, and all it is if you kind of pull on those, the adhesive comes up. If that happens to you, get a new set. You don't need to kind of deal with that. And where am I putting this? Just a little bit above that thread. There we go. Alrighty. Oh, and there's these little gems too. This is so cute. Adhere the enamel dots. I always like to do groups of 3, so I'm gonna go with that. Oh, why am I using their Take Your Pick tool? Is pretty much the most awesome thing to use for this kind of stuff. Just get a little bit of that putty up, and then your embellishments will just stick to it. And you can stick them on your card. There we go. That is that card done. On to the next one. Oh, now we're doing bows. So the way that I like to do my free form bows, I guess, the ones that aren't attached to the card, is to just make 2 bunny ears like that. And so you've got your 2 bunny ears, and then you just tie those in a knot. I'll show you again with the white thread. But that's how I do my bows when I'm just sticking a bow on its own. So with the white, bunny ear, cross them over and loop that through that gap below. And then you can adjust them. If you hold on to the side of the loop part that doesn't get pulled through the knot, it won't loosen off every time. If you kind of just hold there and pull, it'll loosen off, right? So if you hold on to that, the kind of the stationary part of the loop, it won't do that. Just a little tip if that makes any sense to you. Okay, I guess I can put these onto the labels. The black one goes on here, and again I'm going to use the glue dots for this. And I'm going to put the black one right down here. I'm going to trim the ends once it's on the card, I think. And the white one is going to go on here. I think they actually wrapped that around. That's a cute idea, actually. I'm going to do that. I'm going to wrap this around here. So same as I did when I wrapped it around the card. Just this time I'm just wrapping it around the label. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of in the shadow there. But see how I wrapped that around the label? There's a glue dot there where I want my bow to be. And I'm just going to stab that on there. Okay, now I'm going to tie my bow, same as I did on the card. If you find your loops are twisting like that too, if you twist the long piece as you're pulling it, it'll stop that from happening. And then again, once you're happy, you can kind of smush it on there. Alrighty. Now, this one, again, dimensionals onto the card. Bonked into my light. And then this is going to go bottom of that card. And then I want to trim these ends. I don't want them too long. Perfect. Three more gems. There we go. Another card done. All right, last but not least, this one here. Dimensionals. And then this one I've got this piece to line up with here. There we go. Alrighty. And another one done. So there's my 3 cards. I'm just going to repeat that again 3 times, and then I'll have my 9 cards done. These would make an awesome little set to give someone, or just send them out the way they are. We've got our envelopes here too. You could totally stamp on your envelopes. You've got a bunch of extra little pieces in there that you could use to decorate your envelopes. There you go. I did want to mention before I finish up here that because it's Celebration right now, you can actually get prepaid subscriptions and get free Celebration items. So the way this works is if you go to my online store, which you can check out at thecraftymedic.com, you can actually get 1, 3, 6, or 12-month subscriptions that you prepay. Now with the 6 and the 12-month subscriptions, you actually pay less than you would if you were just on a month-to-month. When you get the 3-month subscription, you get to choose 1 free level 1 Celebration items. So those are things like stamp sets, there's some papers in there, all kinds of cool things that you've seen me use. The 6 months, you get to pick 2 of those items, or there's level 2 sets. So that is, for example, there's that bundle with the stamp set and the designer series paper, there's a set of dies, those things, and there's a bigger stamp set as well. And you would get to pick 1 of those. For the 12-month prepaid subscription, you get to pick 4 level 1 items, or you get to pick 2 level 2 items, or you can do, no, I guess you couldn't with that one do like 3 in 1. Anyways, so those are your choices. You could do 1 level 2 item and 2 level 1 items. That's what I was thinking about. So if you want to subscribe, I had my QR code here somewhere. There's a link, here we go. There is a link on thecraftymedic.com though, or you can point your phone at that QR code, and that's the kit we're getting next month. So 8 full-sized cards with a pop element. Those are kind of the colors, and you get that extra free stamp set. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, if you want to get this kit, subscribe. Buy the refill kit. It's going to come out on the 21st, and then let me know, and I'll send you the stamp set and the ink that I've got 1 left of. Happy crafting! Bye!